you really develop a relationship with the kids too. You know, sometimes kids have a hard time in life, and I've enjoyed all of them. They've just been great kids. So,
what do you think when you think about goals? Now, what, you know, and I think we constantly need to keep setting goals in our life, and sometimes they change. It can be, you know, mine is getting out of bed in the morning sometimes, but I mean, you know, I grunt all the way through the house. Janice gets up, but I grunt. I start grunting, and then she'll ask me this.
Because she's jumping on the trampoline.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I would get one good jump in, but and she asked me a lot of times, how you feel? And I said, honey, I'm on the edge of the bed. My feet have not touched the floor. I don't know how I feel yet. Okay. And I grunt all the way through the house. And I lay, if I don't lay out, I have to lay out everything. I prepare stuff every night. When I'm getting to go to the gym, I lay my sweatpants out. I pick the shirt I'm going to wear. I make sure my jacket is laying where it's supposed to be, what beanie I'm going to wear. And I bring my shoes out and set them there in front of the seat. I have to get everything ready. Okay. If not, I'll say, well, this is not the Lord's will. I go. I can't find my shoes. Okay. You know, so I think there's goals. Okay. So when you think about goals in your life, what are some goals you have in your life right now?
Right now, oh gosh, I really don't know, because my life is so much different right now than what it always has been. You know, before, my goals were just to go, career, you know, raise your kids and go to church and do all this stuff that you're supposed to do. And I think my goal now, like you said, is just to start focusing on myself some. And
yeah, that's great.
It is. I think that you get to a point in your life, and like I said, I don't think I'm old by any means. I turned 50, and but I think that how do I want to put it? Your expectations in life change. The things that you want to do. Do I want to be stressed out? You know, I don't get to retire for several more years. Do I want to be dealing with these same issues all the time? I think my goal right now is peace.
That's great.
My career has been a lot of chaos. You know, there's a lot of things that happen, and I thrive on chaos. I really do well when there's 50 different things happen, and I'm a very good multitasker. I actually feel like I function better when it's like that. I feel like I get more done when it's like that. But I also think that, you know, at some point your brain can only take so much, and you just have to step back. And I think that peace is probably a good goal for me right now. Yeah,
I think that's great. I mean, you know, we need that, and there's, because life is about seasons, ain't it?
It is.
It really is, and you got to recognize the season and say, all right, here's the season that we're at. Here's the season I'm at. And then when you talk about you and your husband, when it comes down to you and him, here you are after the kids, you finally run them off and get there, and there's you and him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he said, who the heck are you?
I told him, I said, I sure hope we like each other better, because it's just you and me now. You know, before you don't really have time to know.
Yeah. I mean, like, life gets so busy.
Yeah, pass them in the hallway and go. Yeah. You know, Brian's career is super, super crazy. And I've always tried to be there for, you know, all the stuff that he's got going on in his career as well. But I've always joked that I'm very content to be the woman behind the man. I'm just very happy. Actually, Flora Sinkford had me a shirt made one time that said "the woman behind the man." That's what it said. But you know, I was getting to where I wasn't able to do those things with him. You know, I like going to the community events with him. You know, he does that every year, whether it's election year or not. That doesn't matter to him. He wants to be in the communities. He wants to know what's going on and talk to people and meet people. And I enjoy doing that with him. And my career, the way it was going with all the regulations, I just couldn't do it. And I missed it. And so now I've got so much more free time to go and do these things. And, you know, we joke sometimes about our dates. Our dates consist of sometimes crime scenes or, you know, we've been out to dinner and something's happened somewhere and we've had to leave and go and things. But I enjoy being able to do that with him. And I think that your relationship with your spouse changes over time too. It's, you know, I see these things that people put on Facebook, you know, oh, he took me here and he bought me this. And I think I put a post on Facebook one time, girls, it's not about where they take you or what they buy you. Get a man that when he gets up in the morning before you do and he takes the dogs outside, he flips the heat on in your bathroom before you have to get up and go in there so that it's warm. Or that when he borrowed your car to do something the other day, he brought it back and it was all cleaned out and vacuumed and he took it to the car. Those are the things that are important. Those are the things to me that make you love that person even more than
what do you think
before.
Marriage, you know, and I've studied on this a lot. There's some people, and I've got friends that I can't imagine being married because I don't think they could ever serve anybody but themselves. Okay. And to marriage is, I've always thought it was crazy, the 50-50 stuff. I said, it's 100-100. I mean, I want to look for a way, and I relate this back to God and my relationship with God the Father, that I want to be there to serve my wife. And I want to, and I drive her crazy sometimes, asking her, was this okay? Or do you want to? Don't ask me. I said, well, what do you want this? And do you want that? And I think that to serve each other, and it makes a happy marriage when we're not there. And listen, I'm glad when I see two crazy people wind up together, because that saves a lot of problems. Because I talk to a lot of people that have been married several times, and to get them to the point they're at now. So I mean, to be there to serve each other, to give rather than waiting to have to give to you.
Yeah.
Makes everything
I always think
different.
Dr. Phil owes me money because he stole my phrase, because I've always said, you should get up every day and say, what can I do to make his life better?